Tell me how many people in the comments be grooving like I do to that music. Listen, guys, last week we talked about a web. Okay, we showed you a visual and everything of once you enter into the healthcare system, it is very hard to get out of. We talked about insurance, we talked about doctors, we talked about the pharmacy, how they're all connected. Okay, so once you get in, all right, and we showed you how that system is structured, how they manage your conditions. Think about it. You have in-network and out-of-network, every kind of way. But wait, y'all, stop, because this ain't even part of tonight. Someone asked the question, this is our one body. Why we got to have a different eye insurance and insurance for your teeth? Why that's just not covered in your body? They in your body. Come on now. They have figured out a way to manage our conditions, not to remove them. Okay, y'all got that. Now this week, come on now, we're going to take it even a step further. Oh, because something has changed. Y'all, the new Heart Association guidelines have changed. So then, of course, I'm curious because I'm questioning everything now. You look, if you ask me something, it's going to take me a few moments to get back with you because I'm dissecting everything about it before I give out answers now. I'm sorry. Because the more I unveil, I'm like, oh my goodness. Yeah, I have just been following the system like everybody else. But guess what? On the surface, the American Heart Association guidelines, they look like progress. And I'm going to give them a few kudos. But the question is, let me scoot in. Does it actually move you out of the web? Huh? Or does it just reposition you in the web? Come on now. Now, let's be fair. Some things do look better. All right. I said that. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. There's more conversation about ultra processed foods, right? The lifestyle, prevention is talking about that. Why? Because it matters. Excuse me. Because for a long time, it wasn't being talked about at all. Okay. It just wasn't. So yes, on the surface, it is a step forward. Now I'm giving it applause. Okay, but we can't just stop at how it looks. Before I tell you what hasn't changed, let me introduce myself. Hey, everybody, my name is G Brown, the Lifestyle Changer, and I am a trained, certified nutritionist for the standard American diet, the one that I do not recommend. Okay, and the room gets quiet. Listen, I am not a medical doctor. I am a woman speaking from my lived experiences. I dealt with high blood pressure, weight gain. Where my pictures at? Because I just need for y'all to know. All right, this me and hubby, that's a before and after. Hold on, it gets even more. That's a before and after. Hold on. There's a before and after. Come on now. There is a before and after. I'm just letting you know there is a before and after. Okay? All right. Just want you to know. Now, what ended up happening? Because some of those pictures, for 4.5 years, I was a vegan. Yep, let that sit in with you. And all those illnesses that I just told you about, I still had them. All right. It wasn't until my brother had asked me about an all meat lifestyle. And of course not, because I was eating all vegetables. But my husband tried it and I watched him change. So May 26th, my anniversary, my 3-year carniversary is coming up of 2023. I made the decision to change just like that. Today, I am medication free. All my markers have improved. My weight has stabilized and my mind is clear. So guess what? Because of that, every Monday night, Robyn and I come to you at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time just to go live, to give you some grounded conversation about your food, your sleep, your movement, what is out there tripping us up. Okay. Now let's turn this back on to talk about what hasn't changed, because here is what I need for you to pay attention to. The foundation has really not changed. Right. We're still seeing some recommendations like whole grain, plant-based oils, meals that keep carbohydrates in rotation all day. All right. So they are what? They have been listening to us. You already know what this does to the body. If you've been on here listening to us, your blood sugar level goes up, your insulin responds, and it keeps happening all day long. So the question now becomes, if the body is still in that constant cycle, are we really fixing something? Are we really removing the problem? Or are we just managing better? But that's all right, because my girl Robyn is where I want to take you for her to break this down.
Hey, everybody. So, what matters is not the label, it's the response. What is your body going to do with the stuff that you're putting in? So, you can call something heart healthy. And we talked about heart healthy a few weeks ago and how they pay for that label. You can say it's balanced. You can say that it fit within the guidelines, but the body doesn't respond to those words. It doesn't care what the box says. Right? The body responds to what you eat. But before I go any further, my name is Robyn Heron and I am your carnivorous grandma. Make sure you drop down in the comments and let us know where you are watching from. We're so thankful that you are here with us tonight. I also am certified in nutrition. I'm a health coach and I do spend a lot of time helping people, especially over the age of 50. Y'all know what happens to us? Understand what happens inside their bodies so they can stop guessing and start getting results. And it's not about perfection. And it is about understanding what you need to be eating and how this food is making you react, right? I also have another coach with me. His name is Sherrod Brown. So for all you guys that are looking for a coach, come and see us over here at CG Health Coaching. So we want to start working on this instead of working against ourselves, right? When someone is eating in a way that keeps glucose elevated throughout the day, the body has to keep on producing insulin to manage that, right? I talk about it like Pac-Mans. You guys, if you've been here, I talk about it like when that sugar goes out, your little insulin Pac-Mans have to go out and chase that stuff down and stuff it into your fat cells. I don't know how to do that little Pac-Man sound. But when that happens consistently over and over, day after day, meal after meal, our systems become overworked. Our bodies do adapt, however, and what do? They begin to produce more and more and more insulin because your cells become resistant to the same amount of insulin being released. Over time, our cells just say, you know what? You've been tapping on me so long, I'm not answering the door, right? And so our cells stop responding the way that they should when insulin, which is a key that opens the door to the cell, right? So from there, we start to see weight gain. We're looking at fatigue. We're looking at chronic inflammation. So even if it sounds better, if you have not changed your response, your internal response, then your outcome has not been changed. What I want to show you guys is a little bit of what that sugar inflammation did to me, because my problem was with my skin. Yes, it was. This is chronic inflammation, chronic elevated sugar. And as you can see, she had 2 black eyes and this dark circle around the mouth. Didn't matter how much weight I gained or lost. Yeah, my internal response was to all of that sugar, all of those carbohydrates that I was adding back in. So if we don't change our inputs, our outcomes are not going to change. All right, G, back to you. Oh, you're on mute.
Ta-da! I'm back because I didn't want to as I'm cheering on Robyn because she's hitting things right on point. But listen, if the guidelines did change, okay, but the outcome still stayed the same, what are we actually moving towards? They changed, but it's still giving you. Now, let me just say this because I want to give credit where credit is due. If you start reducing, you will see a difference. But when we talk about that insulin sensitivity, so what I normally share with people, okay, as you're doing and you find that it's not working anymore, That's because you still have some of those things inside of you. The sugars and the stuff that we are talking about, the oats, the whole grains, all of those are still in there. So then that is now what your body focuses on. And then this is what you end up saying. I lost 40 pounds, but now I'm at a stall. Because what your body did now, it is reduced itself to what this new thing that you're doing, but the new thing is still not the thing that you should be thinking with. That's about the best way that I can say it. All right, because you're still in it. Because at the end of the day, you still need medication, you still need monitoring, you still need ongoing management. So that just means you're still a patient. Okay, so Robyn, for the person listening right now, what do they need to hear, and where can they go from here?
So, what I want to say is, as G said at the very beginning of this show today, you need to be questioning everything. You need to question it all because we're talking about this big web, right? This is all just, and you know what I thought about when you talked about that web tonight? I thought about there was a movie, I think it was like Lord of the Rings, where they had these giant spiders that was wrapping up people in webs and putting them in different spots. That's how I feel about this web. This web is wrapping us up. So you need to know that these carbohydrates are a problem. The guidelines might have changed, but our outcomes are going to stay the same because we're still on a high carb, high sugar way of eating, right? What you need to hear is question everything.
Yes.
Question everything. All right. So, it's not your fault because here come the guidelines to tell you what you're supposed to eat, right? The guidelines are you're doing what you're told. You're eating all these healthy whole grains and you're avoiding like saturated fat, you're avoiding animal fat, you're eating these heart healthy seed oils. Oh my God. Why? You're doing what you have been told and it is still not working. It's creating confusion for you and it's creating confusion inside of your body. When you understand your body, you can make decisions that work. I think she tells us almost every week how she didn't do no research on carnivore. But what she saw is her husband change within days of starting a carnivore way of eating. And that is incredible. Gee, I don't know if you have that video.
I know, girl. Hold
Well,
on.
you got it, girl.
Know.
You need to show it. The man was
Hold
suffering.
On.
A man barely alive.
Yes, that's my $6 million or $7 million. No, inflation, $10 million man.
I love it. I love it. Because I'm seeing this all the time. This is chronic inflammation. It's all these different disease states. It's all really just your body saying, stop putting so much sugar over here. Cut it out.
That's it. That's it. But listen, this is one that we like to show also. I got it. Because if we went to the zoo and we saw the animals like that, then we would be like, oh my God, we need to call Peter. But then if we just remove the heads off of them, they look about the same. And I need y'all to know I ain't shaming nobody because that's me down there on the left, but that's also me over there on the right.
I know that's right.
That's the thing. Yeah, go ahead.
This one. I'm going to show you where that one at. Where Big Mama go? I don't know where she at.
You know you're not on your side.
I know. I'm like, okay. Anyway.
Wait, this one?
Yeah, there she go. There she is right there. We are not fat shaming because we both struggled with our weight issue, right? One thing I can tell you is right now, I am no longer obese. No longer. And I know my friend over here, she real petite. She's no longer obese, right? On a vegan diet, still overweight, doing all the things, counting all the calories, eating 1,000 calories a day, trying to
My
do all
vegan
these
journey. Keep
different
going.
things. Y'all, come on.
That was me as a vegan in the center.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's one of the reasons why we brought this show forth, is just to say kudos to them making a change, and they're making a big announcement. But guys, there are still things on there that is still going to trip you up. Keep in mind, you really think that I'm going to come out with the answer to remove you, where I'm no longer collecting insurance money off of you and all these other different things, that I am really getting ready to just free you? You still on medicine? Well, there's your freedom, because Robyn and I sit here now medication free. And it was just a change that we did. Go ahead, Robyn.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to seeing you at Impact this summer. And let me see if I can find the slide. Where is it? I don't know if it's over here, girl.
It's not over here.
All right,
I'm
it's not
warming
over
out
here,
on this side. You got to go ahead and pull it
All
up.
right, let me just tell you guys about it. So Impact 2026 is going to be held in Kalamazoo,
Share your
Michigan.
screen. Share your screen.
I don't have it up.
Go ahead, because I'll go ahead and keep.
Okay, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I will, because she's going to let you guys know. Listen, you want to be in person, you want to talk to doctors, you want to hear testimonies, you really want to know Impact 2026. That is where she's getting ready to put it up on the screen.
Oh my gosh,
yeah. So we want you to see that. If you want to go and you want to meet the people that's inside of YouTube, that's come out to talk, people coming in from the UK. It's like there are so many people now are freeing themselves from that web that we've talked about, that you are in this moment. They are, whether you realize it or not, the doctor, and the doctor's not just coming out saying, yeah, we're part of the of this. That they went to school. They went to school to learn how to fix your body. But nobody told them that it was the food you're putting in and made that connection. No, we want to. You got it, Robyn?
No.
Just pull your website up.
Girl, honey.
Oh,
Lord. Duh.
Okay,
this is what happens when you start a new job and you don't got no time to think about nothing.
But I want you to know that then after you leave your doctor's office, there's the pharmacy. And all of that is under one umbrella through your insurance. Your insurance knew what the doctors was going to put the information in on you. There we are. If you go to her website, that is going down across the bottom, the Carnivorous Grandma, or robynherring.com. She got them all. She got all the bases covered. You could go right there, and that is, I don't think we can get it any larger so they could scan that QR code, but it's on there, guys. Get out.
Go to my website.
Test the community. Talk to the people. You're going to hear story after story. I think I'll last one in. Story after story. You're going to hear it. All right. So I'm going to close by saying I too coach along with Robyn, and we coach differently. Robyn is a hand holder. Robyn steps through the steps. She walks through the fire with you. I'm not like that. Okay. I teach you how to use tools and technology to understand your body. All right. So if you a little agitated with your technology, I'm not the one for you. I help you recognize patterns. I show you how to eat in a way that is that's satisfying to you, and help you step out of that cycle. That's what it is that I do at gbrown.com. And like we said, Carnivorous Grandma. Last week, what did we do? We showed you the web. This week, we showed you how easy it is to still stay in it. Okay? Do you feel like you're free? Do you really, really feel freedom from it? To think of yourself not reporting to a doctor for a whole year, does that make you nervous? What are the things that you're thinking about? And most of those can be corrected by what it is that you're eating. And 99% of them you got because of what you ate. And the same way you took that time over all these years to eat, you ate your way in it, you can eat your way out. That's all I got to say right there. All right. Till next week, guys, we're going to bring you another good topic. We just taking you kicking and dragging. But get in where you fit in, and just know you really, really, really need to make a change. How's that resolution that you started back in January? How's that working for you? See y'all next week.